Good evening, everybody. It is Charlie here, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. It is time for your match preview. Yes, Leeds United take on Leicester City under the lights at Elland Road tomorrow evening. And let's be honest, guys, what is Leeds United's biggest game of the season to date? I know we've said that about numerous games so far this season, but this one really is do or die. The winner of this game for me will stay in the division. And the loser will probably get relegated. It is that big. Not obviously, I would like to see a good performance, but tomorrow is all about the result. Leeds United need to get a win at Elland Road tomorrow evening. Just before we get into it in a little bit more detail, as always, please smash that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're brand new and get all of your thoughts and opinions on tomorrow's game in the comment section down below. And of course, hit that notification bell so that you're always aware of when I'm uploading and going live. So then I haven't prepared any notes for this one, guys. I'm just going, on off script. I'm just going to say it how it is. As I've just briefly said there, this game's huge. It's huge for both teams. Look, I know that Leicester City did get a win on Saturday, an impressive win, having been 1-0 down to Wolves. They came back to beat them 2-1. And they did it without Harvey Barnes, without James Maddison. And I think both players are likely to return for this game, which again isn't good for us. But for me, there is no excuses with this one. The last three performances have been a shambles. There's players out there who don't look like they're up for the fight, don't look like they care, got no bottle, just not bothered, really. And I think Javi Grazia needs to make changes to this team to have any chance of winning this game tomorrow and staying in the division full stop. Let's just talk about Leicester. So obviously they're in a bit of a sticky situation at the minute as well. Obviously, they stuck with Brendan Rodgers for as long as they could. For me, as a neutral, they should have got rid of him months ago, because you could just see that he wasn't really bothered. His press conferences were very strange and they were very dull, and he just didn't seem to be enjoying his time. So they should have got rid of him a long time ago, but they stuck with him until they just couldn't go on any further, and they sacked him. Obviously, there was rumours of Jesse Marsh going there, but talks broke down between the parties about that, which the fact that Jesse Marsh has the cheek to have turned down two Premier League clubs after leaving Leeds United is staggering. The guy should never work in the Premier League again. And I think Leicester and Southampton have both dodged bullets there, which again, we all wanted him to go there because I think he would have definitely took either of them down. But unfortunately for us, they chose to go through other routes. But obviously, Dean Smith, John Terry, and Craig Shakespeare are at the helm at the King Power now. So obviously, they've had 2 games in charge. 1 defeat to Man City, which I think whoever was in charge of Leicester would have got that result. And then obviously they beat Wolves on Saturday at the King Power. And yeah, they've obviously got some really talented individuals, likes of Tielemans, James Maddison, Jamie Vardy, Harvey Barnes, Ian Acho, Tete, Dewsbury Hall. They have got some good players. But where I think we can really exploit Leicester is at the back. I think their defence is not as bad as ours, but it isn't far off. There's that Wout Fass, whatever he's called. There's that Christiansen who they seem to be playing at left back who doesn't look great. Soyuncu. I think Evans is out for this game. So you're looking at Soyuncu and Wout Vass, whatever his name is, and probably Timothy Castagna at right back. It isn't the greatest of back fours, and their goalkeeper looks shaky as well. Iverson, I believe his name is. So yeah, I feel like if Javi Gracia makes the correct changes, if we have the front four that I think we should go with for this game, then Leeds United should be winning this game. However, where my doubt comes into it and where I'm not confident is that I think Javi Gracia will keep certain individuals in the side, and I think he'll set us up in a very similar way. Now, when he first took over, Leeds were on the front foot a lot, minus Brighton and Arsenal, where we clearly set up well against Arsenal. It simply just didn't work. Obviously, Arsenal are top of the league; they're a good side at home. But Brighton, we clearly set up to not lose that game, and thankfully we didn't. How we got a point in that game, I do not know. But in all the other games, I feel like Leeds have been on the front foot, apart from the second half against Palace onwards, where it seems like he's been a bit conservative and a bit too defensive minded, which I get because Leeds are very shaky at the back. So I can understand why he's maybe wanting to make us a little bit more solid. But I think in doing that, he's limiting the attack, and we're lacking that attacking flair and that quality in the final third. And I think he's really struggling to find that balance of being able to be on the front foot, but also not being vulnerable in defence. And I feel like Leeds just can't do both. And as I say, the mentality of this squad at the minute is on its arse. It really, really is. Weston McKennie does not want it. He don't want this fight. He don't want the smoke. He's not up for a relegation battle. The fact that that guy has come in from Juventus, scored goals for Juventus, and in the Champions League for Juventus. Maybe we're playing him slightly deeper than what he usually plays, but he still should have the experience and the mentality to play well slightly deeper. I'm sure at Juventus he was asked to play a deeper, more defensive role at times if maybe they had injuries or suspensions or whatever. So he must have experience playing there. But he looks like a fish out of water at the minute. Can't string a pass together. 11 successful passes against Fulham on Saturday. Not good enough. Mark Rocker next to him as well has been a shambles the last few games. Again, I feel like maybe the performance of Weston McKennie is limiting Mark Rocker as well. I think Rocker was loads better when he had Tyler Adams next to him because Adams could do the dirty work for him, and then Mark Rocker is more technically gifted than Adams. But I think Mark Rocker and McKennie are similar in terms of their mentality at the minute. You know, Mark Rocker on Saturday, 3 or 4 corners in a row that were just hitting the first man. Anyway, in our in our back four, you know, I think Ayling should come back in. Again, Ayling's not great. Christensen's not great. And Leicester are probably going to target our right-hand side because if Harvey Barnes plays, he plays on their left, our right. So he'll be targeting them, either of them two all night. Maybe Robin Koch deserves a little bit of a breather as well. So my back four tomorrow would be Ayling, Cooper, Verber and Firpo. I think if you put Verber on the right side of the centre-back partnership, I feel like he could do a job there. Coops played well the other day in Javi Gracia's press conference. Today, though, he was asked about Verber and Cooper, and he said that they are doubts. So again, if both them two are out, you're going to be looking at Cock and Strauch again, aren't you? Cock, Strauch and Firpo alongside either Ayling or Christensen. So let's just hope at least one of them is fit. At least one of them. God. Anyway, in goal then, Melier or Robles. For me, and it'll divide opinion, but I would stick with Melier. I think Robles, to bring him in at this point in the season, I think would be a risk. Again, I'm not saying I would be outraged if Rob Blaze came in because I could understand why he is doing it. But I'm just saying, my personal opinion, if it was up to me, I would keep Melier in. I would. Then obviously, people are saying should Forshaw come into the midfield with Mark Rocker and McKennie and do like a 4-3-3? That could maybe help balance it out a little bit, and I think that's a good idea. Do I think it'll happen? No. Do I think it should happen? Yeah, probably. Because if it was up to me, it would be Forshaw sitting slightly deeper, Matt Rocker to the left, Weston McKennie to the right, and then the front three would be Nonto, Bamford, and Sinistera for this one. But what I think will happen is the standard 4-2-3-1 with Rocker and McKennie in the pivot. You're probably going to see Jack Harrison, who has gone missing since he's signed his new contract. You're going to see Harrison, Brendan Aronson, probably Sinistera, and then Bamford up top. But he needs to find a way to play Willie Gnonto, because if Willie Gnonto does not play in this game, our biggest game of the season, then there's clearly something we've missed in the background, guys. But yeah, look, I'm not gonna go into this one from a tactical standpoint, from a stats point of view. I don't know. I'm just not confident. I'm really not. It would not surprise me if we got beat in this game. But I feel like we have to go into it thinking we're gonna win and expecting to win. But the last three performances have just been a disgrace. The mentality, it's all up there, and there's just none of it. No fight, no desire, no playing for the badge, just not giving a toss about it. And that's what worries me. And I'm sure everyone else that's watching as well and the whole fan base. I just want to see some fight on that pitch. Whatever the result, if we lose, yeah, it's heartbreaking. But if we go out on that pitch tomorrow night and we put a fight in, we put effort in, we fight for every ball, put 150% effort into it, and we unfortunately lose the game, at least you can say they're trying at the least. But that is something that you expect as a Leeds United fan. Whoever's out on that pitch should put effort in. That should just be standard. That should just go without saying. But I feel like at the minute they need a rod up their arse. Big time. 6 games left. 6. People are kind of including the Bournemouth game on Sunday as like an important week, and even if we lose this game, we can still beat Bournemouth and we can be okay. I'm just going to be real with you now, all now. If we lose this game tomorrow, regardless of performance, if we lose this game, we are down. It's as simple as that. It is simple as that. If we lose this game, we go down, in my opinion. Because I feel like other teams below us are going to pick up results. If Leicester beat us tomorrow, they'll probably go above us. We'll slip to 17th. Everton could pick up a point, then they go above us. Forest could win a game. You just don't know. And I expect those teams to get results over us at the minute. Javi needs to make the right changes for this. Really does. I don't care if he's fallen out, win onto off the pitch. He's our best player. And you give him 10 minutes against Fulham. And yeah, he came on and he didn't look bothered. But would you, if you know you're the best player in the team and you're on the bench? How do you think Reuter's feeling? 35 million quid, club record signing, doesn't even get on the pitch. Because from what we've seen of him, we've seen very brief bits of quality. We haven't seen a lot, but there's odd bits where you think, yeah, there's potential there, but we don't see it. But again, Victor Orta making stupid signings that we didn't need, not addressing the defence and other key areas of the pitch. But I'm not going to elaborate any further on that, man. There's more important matters at the minute. As I say, guys, I apologise that this preview's been a little bit depressing, but I'm just at that point where I'm just not confident and I feel really disconnected from it all at the minute. Just numb to it, just resigned to the fact that our fate is sealed. I think we're doomed now, but if we lose tomorrow, we are down, guys. And that might offend some of you. That's fine. You don't need to watch me. That's fine. I'm just being real. If we lose tomorrow, we're down. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Score prediction. God. I'm going to go head and heart here with score predictions. I think it's going to be a very tight game. I hope it's a tight game, and I hope that if we lose this and it's not a hammering, but it might be wishful thinking, but I don't think it'll be a hammering either way. My heart is saying 2-1 Leeds, but my head is saying the other way around, 2-1 Leicester. And if that happens, guys, Cardiff away next season. So yeah, I wish I could end it on a positive note, guys, but I think we're all at that stage now where we're just so not confident going into games. I really, really hope that this squad proves me wrong and everyone else wrong that is of a similar opinion to myself. I hope they go out there tomorrow, put a solid performance in, beat Leicester, go to Bournemouth, not lose that game. 4 points minimum from this week, and I think we're okay. Anything less than that, and I think we are relegated, in my opinion. So yeah, we'll bring it to an end, guys, for this evening. Really do appreciate everyone that has tuned in and watched this evening. If you could drop a like on the video on your way out, that'd be very much appreciated. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new and get all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. There'll be no video tomorrow night, guys, obviously, as it'll be a late one for me getting back with me having work the following morning as I'll be at the game. But the final say will return on Wednesday evening live, where we'll delve into the Leicester game in more detail. So I'll see you all then and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.